welcome back. It's Brent here again. I am right now in front of the Long Pond Woods Trail in Hopkinton, Rhode Island. This is part of the Narragansett Trail system. This is actually the North Trailhead. It starts at L Pond and it's supposed to go down, I believe, about 4 miles to the actual Long Pond, ending by the Rockville Management Area in Narragansett, or part of the Narragansett Trail again. I think we're going to do about 8 miles today because we're going to do an out and back. Apparently there is beautiful rhododendrons, these big flowers that bloom around this time of the year, so we should see them. And this is also going to be one of the most difficult hikes in Rhode Island. It is very rocky. It kind of goes down in like a canyon or like a chasm, basically. So we're going to go and see some big rock formations and hopefully some beautiful ponds. So come and join me on the adventure. All right, so we're entering the trail system now. This area apparently has formations that are over 10,000 years old. These ponds, L Pond and Long Woods Pond, or Long Pond rather, were formed from melting glaciers 10,000 years ago, and that's what caused these jagged rock formations that we're going to see, and that's why the ponds are so sunken down in the ground. We're basically going to do like a reverse mountain on this hike. We're starting on the top on the North Trailhead, and as we go south it's going to get lower in elevation, and we're going to see like it's going to be like a crevice almost that we're going to be going in. You can already see some of the formations. Those are those rhododendrons in the woods right there. That looks like something from Central America or like Jurassic Park. These rhododendrons are subtropical trees that the environment is perfect for them in this jungle almost, basically, and it's kind of protected from a lot of the colder weather, so they have a very tropical look in here. Let's see what the trail brings us. I was reading that the park itself was founded in 1972. It looks like that the state bought 50 acres surrounding the park and then has been expanding it since then. There is a drop here, so you want to go down this way. So this is part of the Greater Narragansett Trail, and this place does go about 20 miles into Connecticut. Look at this cave right here. Wow. I wonder how deep this goes. So I actually did bring the flashlight this time. Let's go pull this out and see what we can find. All right, you can see already on the trail we got a small cave. It actually doesn't go that deep though, but you could fit inside there for sure. Interesting. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes over here. This is the worst time for it. All right, let's get back on the trail and see where it goes. Look at this, the moss growing up this rock, and that tree is like coming right out of the side. All right, let's go through this rhododendron forest. They're not quite fully in bloom yet. You can see they're starting to come out. I think that they come out to these pretty white flowers maybe in another couple weeks. But this place does look like a jungle. Alright, so gotta do a little bit of scrambling, it looks like. Gotta decide the best place to go. Oh, look down there. More caves. That looks like it's too small to go into, but oh my god, there's one over there too. This place is riddled with them. You know, I said this is one of the most difficult hikes in Rhode Island. It definitely is, all in all. It's not like a crazy hike like a New Hampshire or a mountain, but it gives you a good workout, and it's more reminiscent of something that's definitely away from the city. All right, I can hear people coming, I think, and we got a bridge over there. Ugh. This place was actually made famous, I guess, by a movie that took place here and was filmed here. When we get to the actual pond, we'll figure out what movie that was, because that is the spot that they filmed it at. Wow. More of these talus caves, or boulder caves they're called. They are actually everywhere. Okay, they built these little bridges, that's cool. And here's one of the first big elevations that looks like we're gonna go up. Alright. So this is gonna be fun. Alright guys, so right now I'm in front of the first big elevation it looks like here. There's a lot of ups and downs. Ultimately we are gonna go down, but there's gonna be a few ups before we get there. Looks like they built these convenient stairs for us to go hang out at instead of just raw dogging it. So let's get up here and see what happens. That sounds nice. Wow, look at these tree roots too. Whew. Look at that. All right, so we got another incline coming up here. Ugh. Wow, this is looking mountainous. Look at this place. So it looks like the name of the movie that was filmed here was Wes Anderson's Moonrise Kingdom, and that was a 2012 movie. I guess they filmed in portions of these woods. Never saw it, don't know much about it, but I wonder why they filmed here. We'll have to see. We got a little trail map right here. So where are we right now? We started this area. Looks like we're up over here. We're gonna go down this way. We should be able to get a good view of L Pond. All right, we're gonna make the descent. Going down. Okay, this seems like we're going into a canyon for sure. This is cool though. It's a noticeable descent in elevation right there. More little talus caves. Okay. This is cool. It's like going down into a cave. Little steps right here, actually. We gotta climb back up this too on the way back. That's gonna be some good experience right there. Some good rock climbing experience. Alright, so those are the boulders we just climbed down. Let's continue down this yellow trail. And we're gonna have a beautiful footbridge right here. So they built this in 2008. Wow, look at this place. Very beautiful. It is straight up beautiful here. I mean, this really does look like something from the more the tropical areas of the country, you know? Not Rhode Island. These are the flowers starting to bloom. Oh, we get some more of an incline over here. Whoa, it's getting a little wet. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, I would have never thought this is part of Rhode Island if you had just dropped me here. I would be thinking right now that we were in like Colombia or something. All right, more of an incline. Now we're going squeezing through these rocks. This is getting really mountainous. Oh wow, we're getting some good views over here. Whew, I remember we gotta go back down now. There is like a little spot to like chill out and rest up at eventually, like another one of these humps, but we got to go down. All right, let's do this. Okay, whoa. Ugh. Which way, which way? This way. The most strategic, because I actually really got one hand. I got this GoPro in the other. I kind of prefer to hold it. It seems to keep it a little bit more stable than if it was strapped directly to me. I just got to understand I got to take it a little bit easier than I normally would if I didn't have the camera. But I want to share this with you guys, so of course I'm going to have the camera. Alright, we're almost getting to the bottom over here. Kind of zigzagging. Alright, looks like we got another incline over here. This is a bit more rocky than the other ones were, so let's get to it. And now I know I said it was supposed to be like a canyon. Like, ultimately I think we are decreasing in elevation. These are going to keep getting smaller and smaller, these hills, but it does seem like we're going up. And it is more popular. I'm seeing more people on the trails today than I thought that I would. Oh. Oh yeah, that's giving me flashbacks of Mount Monadnock, grabbing these trees while I'm going up this elevation. Keep heading up. Here's one of the first places you can stop and rest, at least. And we came from over here. Wow, that was a bit of an incline. All right, let's continue on. All right, now we're getting some decrease. We're going down. All right, so let's keep going. We got a nice other little sitting and viewing area right here. Oh, look at this. They got a stone wall in here. Some ruins of the past. Some pink markings on this trail. I don't see that they have any yellow dots anymore. Alright, there's the yellow again. So I know we're on the right path. It's kind of hard to miss it. I think it's just a straight line. There's that stone wall ruin again. So there must have been a farm here, and this one looks old too. This could have been like 1700s. And I'm getting out of breath. I mean, it's not cold out today, but it's not really warm either. And like, yeah, these hills, these up and down, it's a good workout. I definitely would rather do this and be outside and get fresh air than do this in the gym simulated experience. We come out here, we get the real thing. That stone wall goes for a while. So as I'm getting deeper and deeper southbound down the Narragansett Trail, it's just getting more and more jungle-like. So I really feel like now I'm in the middle of nowhere. This is like a place where a dinosaur could come out or something. Look at these huge rocks. Those are some massive boulders for sure. So check this out. It looks like some of these rhododendrons are actually blooming and their flowers are coming out pink. Yeah, I think I've seen these before. Maybe we might get to see some ones. Oh yeah, they're turning white. It looks like maybe we might be able to see some ones that are further in bloom as we keep going down the trail. Maybe the further south we go, the better the foliage will get. And that stone wall lasts for a while. It does look like that the flowers are blooming more as we keep going further south down this trail. Oh, here we go, coming up here. Wow, look at that. Beautiful flowers. So we're just in time to see the early bloom. Looks so tropical. Looks like we're gonna get a little dip over here. This single rock trail that I'm on right now seems to go on forever. Like it just doesn't end. It's just crazy. So again, this is an out and back trail, meaning that you're actually just gonna go in a straight line to the other side of the pond and then go back. I'm interested in seeing how many total miles it is. I do have the step counter app on my phone, so we'll find out what we covered at the end of the video. But now it looks like this rock trail is finally ending. So let's keep going into the woods. It does seem that the further into the woods away from the parking lots that you go, the less people there are. Not many people are willing to do the full stretch. Looks like there's an offshoot trail there, but I'm going to stay on this main one. Because, oh wait, actually, you know what? We have to go on that. Yeah, that's the parking lot for the halfway point. So if you only wanted to do one side, either L Pond or Long Pond, then you could park here. I'll put that on the map as well. But I wanted to start from the very beginning, so we're going to stay on the Narragansett Trail and go this way. We are halfway to the other side of the trail then. which means we are 1/4 way done with the entire hike. This is crazy right here. This looks like a little grove of the rhododendron plants. Look how squiggly their trunks are. It's like some Dr. Seuss plants or something. Oh yeah, we're going down in here. Oh, look at this. We have a huge man-made bridge right here. This is like the Brooklyn Bridge of hiking bridges. Although this one's a little bit not so sturdy. There's a big piece of metal in there. Looks like we've come to a little break over here in the deep forest. Now we got like a little ravine we're going through. This looks like that somebody just macheted straight through all this foliage and made a path. All right, nice. We finally got a little bit of sunshine and it's making the plants and the colors look more vivid. So that's cool. It's getting thick in here, almost like a maze. Looks beautiful. It's like a natural garden. Wow, we caught the plants just as they were blooming. All right, still going down the trail. We got these big boulders over here. Wow, look at these mushrooms. That's a fungus. Can you believe that? The fungus among us. I wonder how it got orange like that. Coming up on a little creek over here. Look at this. Looks like it starts on that side. You can't really see it from there. What's under here? Nice and flowy. So there must have been some kind of a storm or something recently, because there's trees that are just smashed all over the middle of this trail, making it like an obstacle course. Oh, jeez. Okay. That looks like it was something old. Still have not reached the other side yet, but we got these cool little yellow wildflowers. Okay, so this was definitely something, because there's the stone wall there. You got these little mounds. Wow, we're going right through this old stone village, it looks like. Look at this place. Look how those ferns are growing right on top of the rock right there too. There's a little makeshift shelter in here. We have like a cave. Oh wow, yeah. So you can stay in here overnight if you want. There's a significance to these stones on top of the stones like this. I think it's a Native American significance actually. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Crossing through here. Okay. Ow, oh, oh, there's a lot of pricker bushes here. Oh, tripping everywhere. I'm seeing like a clearing up ahead. I remember there was some large stone boulders at one part that we can walk over. Step right on top of these things, those pricker bushes. These are some tight trails. All right, check this out. Here we go. We've got an area that's nice and open. Oh, that scared me. That sounds like a chainsaw. Look at this place. This is cool. We got this huge slab of rock right here behind me. Over here behind me was the trail that we came off of. One of these, yeah, we got to follow this one up ahead because there's a couple different ways I think to go from here on the Narragansett, but we want to continue to go south to get to the actual long pond, which is at the end of this. It's wet and slick here, man. Gotta be careful walking on this. Okay, which way does this go? There's that nice sun. Which way do we go? Oh, jeez! I knew that was gonna happen. Slipped. I don't see any trail markers this way. I'm thinking that we do have to go up there. But yeah, it's slick. Jeez, even with my hiking boots, I'm still slipping over here. I mean, like I said, we eventually did decrease in elevation, so that's all the water rushing from the top. Yes, it is this way. Now I see the yellow trail marker. Right there. Okay, whoa. It still is so slippery here, man. I know we're not too far away from the end though, because I can hear that chainsaw, so somebody's close by. Let's just keep moving until we see the pond. This is like walking into the green inferno right here. This part of the trail is not maintained. It's tight and it's bushy. Alright, we made it out alive for now, hopefully with no Lyme disease. I saw a little peak of the pond over the horizon, so we're almost there. I can hear some rushing water over here. Oh, yep. Look at this bridge. All right, so this creek right here looks like it flows directly into the pond, which is going to be that way. Oh man, this thing's missing boards, so I don't know how safe this is. This part of the trail is not very well maintained. Look at that. Big ferns. A mushroom right there. Oh, here we go. Now we're really crossing the jungle. The moss growing on that tree. This last stretch to actually get to the pond looks like it's not going to give up on us. Oh, there's some doo-doo right there, so don't step on that. I gotta watch for that on the way back. But yeah, I was saying it's rocky as hell over here. Oh geez, my shoes are still slippery from the wet rocks earlier. We gotta climb up that way on the way back. All right, we're nearing the end of the Longwoods Pond Trail, finally. The Narragansett Trail does continue on further, which I am gonna do a follow-up video on other cool spots on the Narragansett Trail, including Dinosaur Caves, which is one of the largest caves in Rhode Island, even bigger than the one at Rocky Point. Right now, this is the official end of Longwoods Pond. We finish up at the pond. How nice. All right, so let's find a nice little spot. This nice little rocky peninsula at the very end of the pond. Oh! There we go, look at this. Got some canoers or kayakers. Look at that sky, it's just, you can see the clouds moving in. Alright guys, so I checked the map. This is actually not the Long Pond, this is Asheville Pond, which is part of the Rockville Management Area. Long Pond was actually the middle pond near that parking lot that we had passed by earlier. We're going to walk back now, so I am going to film it again and we'll officially declare Long Pond. But take another look at Asheville Pond, which is still really awesome and part of the same preserve. So, all right, let's head up towards the top of the hill again. Nice looks as we go away from the pond. And I'll walk by the parking lot for the Rockville Management Area before we head back up. I'm hearing a barking dog up here. Oh, there's that dog that's been barking. What's up, puppy? You look nice. All right. You can see right here, Rockville Management Area, Narragansett Trail, Stubbtown Road Trailhead. So it is Asheville Pond, not Long Pond. Down that way is another part of the Rockville Management Area that is like an archaeological zone. There's some old stone foundations in the woods. We can do that in another video because that's going to add on like another 4 or 5 miles. All right. It's loud over here. So we started up here. We made it all the way down here. Now we gotta go all the way back. Yeah, Long Pond was the one in the middle, so we're gonna go check that back out. All right, let's hit the trails again. This is interesting. This looks like it's an old roof right off the side of the pond. I don't know if that's a boat or the remains of an old building. I'm not so sure. If anybody has an idea, let me know. All right, so we're gonna hit the trails again. I'm gonna pick back up at some of the key points on the way back because we did already film most of this. But I know that it's gonna be cool to see me climb up some of those hills that we had to go down to get here. So I will be right back. All right, coming back up to those slick rocks. Okay. And where do we come from? We have to go this way. This time I'm gonna watch my step for sure. Jeez. Okay, that way it's gonna bring me in a circle. I think I do actually need to go up here. Whoop, I'm already slipping. Is there a trail entrance up here? It looks like there is. Yeah, this is the one. Oh, come on, man. Okay. Let's head this way now forever until we get back. Oh, now this looks like we're going through some old Aztec ruins right here. Whoa! Watch out for those treacherous picker bushes. Oh, geez, the pricker bushes are terrible over here. My legs are gonna be all scratched up. Here we go. Walking through this old stone site. So this definitely was some kind of a Native American site for sure. Well, I don't want to say definitely because I'm not an archaeologist, but it just looks that way to me. The way the stones are placed. It doesn't look from colonial times. It looks earlier than that. If anyone knows for sure, let me know in the comments. The stone walls, though, are more likely colonial. Alright, so that's actually Long Pond right here. It's a lot harder to get down there, it looks like, because it's surrounded by these massive cliffs. There was a way to get to a lookout, I believe, on the way back. Let's see if we can find it. We're gonna go down here again. Alright, we're back at over this little chasm area, so let's go down to the bottom. It's getting dark, it looks like, from these clouds. It's not even late in the afternoon. Oh, wow, there's some interesting rock formations here. Looks like something from the Stone Age, literally. All right, let's try to see if we can slide down here. There you go. Ugh. That's always fun, right? Okay, let's take a look at this. These big rhododendron plants. Now, if I remember correctly, we got to do another climb coming up soon. Man, the feeling of the air down here is different. It's like cooler. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go up here now. Oh, wow. okay. This does feel like a mountain. Still going up. Damn. That's a nice view with the pond through the trees. All right, come on. Oh, man. Okay, that's hitting me. Whew. That was a intense climb. Jeez. Okay, I see something over here. This was another one of those little lookout areas. Yeah, we were already here before. Let's just keep going. Man, it looks like a completely different hike on the way down, or way back rather. Little mushrooms growing on the trees. Oh! Yeah, these are some steep drops. Oh. It's gonna be nice to get back on level ground after this. Oh geez, I almost twisted my ankle. Ow. I'm alright. That's why I gotta wear good boots. Woo-wee! That almost got me. Ha! I walk another day. Alright guys, after just going down that big hill and almost twisting my ankle, now I gotta climb up this new one. I don't remember being very long, but let's do it. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's very easy to stub your toes over here. All right. Looks like we gotta go this way. This cave right here. Wow. Interesting rock formations. Alright, so the trail goes this way. Whoa, okay. This isn't even the biggest hill we gotta climb yet. Okay. Nice. We did it! Look at all that. Oh yeah, it's a big hill. That plant looks cool. Okay. Oh. Man, this is a better workout than the gym for sure. Oh, we're gonna get pinched over here. not so bad. Whoa! Oh, that would have been nice just to take the stairs. We're going back to this Amazon cafe looking part. It smells nice out here. Very fresh. All right, if I can remember correctly, this hill and this crevice above us was the last big hill that I got to climb up to get back. So let's just do this, and then I still will have a little bit more of the trail up to go, and then I can finally sit down for a minute. All right. This is going to be the big daddy at cliff climbing. Oh. It's just short. I mean, if this was miles of this, then that would be pretty rough, but it's not so bad. There's even like a part with like some fake stairs, or maybe these are real stairs actually. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Almost made it. Whew. Bugs are coming out now too. Okay. We made it. We're on the top. Which way do I go now? Alright guys, so I'm actually following a different path right now because I think this is going to lead to that other lookout of the pond that I had not been to previously. So let's just follow this mystery trail and see where it goes. Okay, that's cool. Let's go over here first. Wow, okay, those are some interesting rocks. I don't see any pond though, but oof, that's a nice view. It's a big drop. There we go, there's the pond over there. So let's keep following this. This is gonna lead to a good lookout. Definitely adding mileage to my hike. Alright, so I'm seeing at the bottom of the trail it was already worth it because I've seen some big boulders in my life, but this might be the biggest I've ever seen. Look at this thing. Wow. Massive. Let's see if we can get to the top. All right, I'm gonna try to see if this is something that we can actually successfully summit if we get to the top. Looks like it's climbable. More caves. Oh wow, look at that. All right, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, we're getting to the top. We're gonna make it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see, we get some other people over here already. Just trying to squeeze through this thing. And we'll just do a quick little walk through because we made it this far, right? Hi. Whew. Okay, so that is Long Pond right there. It's finally bright out too. That's a nice picture. Alright, so we've officially made it to the real Long Pond. Let's go turn around now. And I want to get back to the parking lot because we got more adventures to do. So let's move out. It is beautiful over here. Alright, so it looks like we're coming back to these boulders. I remember these at least were at the beginning of the trail, so we're almost there. Yeah, look at this. Oh, whoa, geez, I'm slipping. You're all wet from how wet the trails were. We've gotten so much rain this year. But that's probably why everything looks so lush. Okay. There you go, look at that, there's a cave right there. Looks like it goes into water. Looks crazy. All right, let's get up here. Oh, how do I do this? What's the best way? This way. Okay. Still in the jungle. Never-ending green inferno. Oh, and now here's some mud. Stay to this side. Wow, that's crazy. All right, guys, so that was it. We just finished the Long Pond Woods Trail. It's always so confusing for me to say for some reason, but that was the entrance. Here's the signs we started at. And yeah, overall it was a great hike. I'd say difficult-wise, moderate difficulty. Let's say 5 is the most difficult. That was like a 3.5. For Rhode Island, that was probably one of the most difficult hikes, but you know, if you hike a mountain, you can do this easy. Anyways, it's a great trail, and I hope to see you guys in the next adventure. Thanks for watching.